Attention passionate Buffalo, BILLSFANS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Buffalo Bills' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave division rivals stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Buffalo Bills fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Buffalo BILLSFANS. Let's get to the news. Now, folks, buckle up because what we're hearing right now could be one of the most impactful rumors of the NFL offseason. It's all about the Buffalo Bills potentially making a blockbuster move that could reshape their defensive line and ultimately their entire season. Rumors are swirling that Buffalo is eyeing a trade for Dexter Lawrence II, the star defensive tackle from the New York Giants, and the speculation is heating up as we inch closer to the NFL trade deadline. It's a move that could send shockwaves through the AFC East and send the Bills right into Super Bowl contention. So what's the scoop? Well, sources close to the situation suggest that the Bills might be willing to part with a first-round pick in the 2026 draft to bring in Lawrence. This isn't just idle chatter. Insiders are saying it's almost certain that the trade could happen before November hits. The Giants, looking to rebuild after a disappointing 6-11 season in 2025, have a cap space of around $28 million and are apparently motivated to move some pieces to fuel a youth movement. They've struggled so far this year, starting 1-3, and their defense ranks only around 22nd in DVOA, a bit of a rough spot for a team that once had big aspirations. Their defense, which ranked higher in recent seasons, has been leaking yards, allowing an average of 4.6 yards per rush, and Lawrence, when healthy, has been a catalyst, especially in games where he's been able to generate multiple pressures. Now let's talk about Lawrence himself. He's only 28 years old but already a proven force in the trenches. Last season, he racked up 5 sacks, which is pretty incredible for a defensive tackle. But it's not just about sacks. He's been a disruptive presence all over the line, with 32 quarterback hits and a PFF grade of 92. That's elite production. His EPA per pressure is 43, which indicates he's not just getting pressures but making a real impact when he does. His win rate of 24% shows he's winning a quarter of his one-on-one battles, and he's been especially effective in stuffing runs, with 30 tackles for loss last season. His hurry rate sits at around 20%, and he's double-teamed about 40% of the time, which speaks volumes about how opposing offenses view him. Despite a hand injury that caused him to miss Week 5, Lawrence has been remarkably durable, missing just one game in 2024, and his career stats are impressive, 42. 5 sacks, 3 Pro Bowl selections, and a career sack per game average of around 0.8. Buffalo, on the other hand, has the cap space, about $36 million, to make this kind of move happen. Their defensive line, which has been solid but not quite elite, allowed an average of 4.2 yards per rush this season. Adding Lawrence would be like putting a turbocharger on that unit. It's a move that would immediately elevate the Bills' run defense, which is crucial in today's NFL where controlling the line of scrimmage can dictate the outcome of games. With Oliver on the interior and Lawrence anchoring the middle, opposing offenses would have a tough time establishing the run. The projections for this move are huge. Experts believe that adding Lawrence could result in an increase of around 10 more sacks for the Bills, a 25% improvement in stopping interior runs, and a 22% boost in quarterback pressure. This isn't just about individual stats, it's about the ripple effect. When you have a disruptive presence like Lawrence in the middle, your entire defense benefits. Opposing offenses will think twice before running inside, knowing they're facing a brick wall. The Bills could see a significant reduction in rushing yards allowed, possibly trimming internal rush yards by 12%. This would also translate into more turnovers and better field position, something Buffalo desperately needs as they aim for their first Super Bowl since 1993. The Bills' defense, which has been solid but inconsistent, could take a quantum leap, similar to what we saw with the trade for Jeffrey Simmons in 2023. That move boosted the Bills' EPA on defense by around 15% and increased turnovers from 19 to 28, a huge jump that contributed directly to their playoff push. Let's take a step back and analyze Buffalo's defensive history. The Bills have always been known for their passionate fan base and a defense that historically fluctuates between elite and average. Over the years, they've had some standout units, especially during the 1990s when players like Bruce Smith, Cornelius Bennett, and Andre Reed helped make their defense a nightmare for opponents. Fast forward to the 21st century, Buffalo has often relied on strong pass rushers and secondary play to carry their defense, but consistency has been an issue. The 2023 season marked a turning point, with the Bills installing a more aggressive 3-4 scheme, which saw players like Gregory Rousseau and Daquan Jones stepping up. Rousseau, in particular, has been a bright spot, racking up 5 sacks in 2024 and emerging as a potential franchise pass rusher. But adding a player like Dexter Lawrence could push the Bills' front line into a dominant tier, transforming their defensive identity into one feared by opposing offenses. Now, let's not forget about the secondary. When the front line is stout, the secondary benefits immensely. With Lawrence clogging up the middle and putting pressure on quarterbacks, we can expect more collapses and forced fumbles. The Bills' secondary, which has shown flashes of brilliance but also lapses, would thrive in this environment. We could be looking at an increase of 4 or more forced fumbles and a substantial improvement in the team's win rate against the run, possibly climbing 20%. Points allowed per game could drop from around 21 to closer to 16, and QB hits per game could rise from an average of 50 to over 65, a huge boost in pass rush productivity. In terms of individual players, let's look at some of the key Bills defenders who would benefit from Lawrence's addition. Ed Oliver, the young interior defensive lineman, has flashed potential, but has yet to fully realize it. With Lawrence occupying multiple blockers, Oliver could see more one-on-one opportunities, leading to a breakout season. Von Miller, even at his age, remains one of the league's premier pass rushers, but his effectiveness is amplified when the middle is clogged and the line is disruptive. A healthy Miller combined with Lawrence could create a fearsome duo that opposing tackles dread. On the back end, Tre'Davious White and Jordan Poyer would benefit from the increased pressure up front, as quarterbacks would have less time and fewer clean looks, leading to more turnovers and less yardage after catch. Looking ahead, the future of the Bills' defense is incredibly promising if this move materializes. With Dexter Lawrence in the fold, Buffalo would have a trio of elite interior linemen, Oliver, Lawrence, and Jones, that could rival any front in the league. This kind of interior dominance would not only improve run defense, but also open up more opportunities for edge rushers and blitz packages. It would create a domino effect, elevating the entire unit and making Highmark Stadium one of the most intimidating places for visiting teams. The Bills' coaching staff, led by head coach Sean McDermott and defensive coordinator Leslie Frazier, would have even more flexibility to design aggressive schemes, knowing they have a game-changing player in the middle. Expectations for the upcoming season are now even higher. With a fortified defense, the Bills can focus on improving their offensive consistency, especially in the red zone and third down situations. Josh Allen, the franchise quarterback, has been phenomenal, but he's often been asked to do too much to compensate for defensive lapses. With a dominant defense, Allen could see more manageable situations, leading to increased scoring and fewer turnovers. The Bills are also looking to capitalize on their talented receiving core, featuring Stephon Diggs, Gabe Davis, and Dawson Knox, who would all benefit from a more stable and fearsome defense. It's worth noting that the Bills' history of postseason success is marked by close losses and missed opportunities. The 2022 season, in particular, saw the team fall short in the divisional round against the Cincinnati Bengals, largely due to a porous run defense and inconsistent pass rush. A move like acquiring Dexter Lawrence could be the missing piece that finally pushes the Bills over the top in the playoffs, helping them close out tight games and shut down potent offenses. From a statistical perspective, analysts project that with Lawrence's addition, the Bills could improve their defensive EPA, expected points added, by as much as 20%, significantly reducing points allowed and increasing their turnover margin. Their sack total could jump from around 44 to over 55, making them one of the top pass-rushing units in the league. Their run defense, previously ranked around 15th, could ascend into the top 5, drastically reducing the number of big plays allowed on the ground and forcing opponents into more predictable passing situations. In terms of future expectations, this trade could set the stage for a sustained period of defensive dominance. Dexter Lawrence, entering his prime at 28, still has multiple elite seasons ahead of him. His contract status also makes him a valuable piece for the Bills' long-term plans. as his current deal runs through at least 2026, with team options potentially extending his contract further. Buffalo's front office has shown a willingness to invest in their defense, and this move could be a clear statement of their intent to contend for titles over the next 3 to 5 years. Looking at the broader AFC landscape, this potential acquisition could shake up the division and conference standings. The Bills, already contenders with a potent offense led by Josh Allen and Stefon Diggs, would instantly improve their chances against rivals like the Miami Dolphins, Kansas City Chiefs, and Cincinnati Bengals. The Dolphins, with their high-powered passing attack and innovative coaching under Mike McDaniel, have been a thorn in Buffalo's side, but strengthening the Bills' interior defense could tilt the matchup more favorably. In conclusion, this rumored trade for Dexter Lawrence isn't just a speculative move, it's a potential game-changer. It signals the Bills' commitment to building a top-tier defense capable of winning championships. It could transform their team identity, making them an even more formidable opponent in the postseason. The combination of elite interior disruption, improved run defense, and increased pass-rushing productivity represents a pathway to sustained success, and ultimately a shot at reclaiming the Lombardi Trophy. Buffalo fans, hold on tight. This offseason could be one of the most exciting in franchise history, and the addition of Dexter Lawrence could be the spark that ignites another Super Bowl run for the Bills. Pause again. Just a reminder, if you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Buffalo Bills news and updates, make sure to like this video and hit that subscribe button. Your support helps more fans like you stay informed and passionate about our team. Now let's get back to the deeper analysis and what this move could mean in the grand scheme of things. Now, I want to turn the microphone over to you, Bills Mafia. What do you think about this possible trade? Would Dexter Lawrence be the missing piece to finally bring that elusive Super Bowl back to Buffalo? How do you see his addition impacting the team's chances this season and beyond? Drop your thoughts and predictions in the comments below. Your opinions are vital to this community. And stay tuned, because I'll be back soon with more breaking news, in-depth analysis, and updates on the Buffalo Bills' quest for glory. This offseason is shaping up to be one of the most thrilling chapters in Bills history, and you don't want to miss a second of it. Keep the faith, stay passionate, and let's get ready for what could be a historic 2024 season for Buffalo.